Hola, ¿cómo estás? This is Tamara Marie. Just a quick heads up before we get started with this week's episode. I wanted to let you know about a special opportunity I'm opening up to all of my podcast listeners. And yes, that means you. This week only, I will be hosting a live Spanish language coaching session to help you come up with an effective plan to improve your Spanish over the next 90 days. So if you're not speaking at all, you can get to conversational fluency. And if you're already able to hold down a conversation, we'll help you take your Spanish to the next level before 2021 is over. I can't believe that it's already August. Summer is flying by, and before you know it, fall will be here, and we'll be counting down to the end of 2021. And I want to see you end out the year strong and speaking Spanish with confidence. So sign up now if you're interested in free Spanish language coaching. Again, there are limited spots available this week only. If you're interested, sign up at SpanishConSalsa.com/coaching. That's SpanishConSalsa.com/coaching to grab your spot. And again, this is this week only, so make sure you grab your spot before they're all gone. Now let's get on with this week's episode. I don't know about you, but to me, this past year and a half has just highlighted how important it is to connect with others through community and how difficult it's been to do so through all of the transitions that we've all been facing in our worlds, from COVID to online learning and trying to find ways to cope with it. It really has proven that it's important for us to connect with others through community. And in this episode of the podcast, I'll talk about how community can really help skyrocket your language learning progress. And if you're not already a part of a community, I'm going to touch on 5 benefits to joining a language learning community and how that can really help you make progress to get fluent in Spanish faster. Así que vamos a empezar. Let's get started.
Bienvenidos! Welcome to the Learn Spanish con Salsa podcast, the show for Spanish learners that love music, travel, and culture. Close your grammar textbooks, shut down the language apps, and open your ears to how Spanish is spoken in the real world. Let us show you how to go from beginner to bilingual. Here is your host, certified language coach, Tamara Marie.
Hola mi gente, bienvenidos al episodio 136. Welcome to episode 136 of the Learn Spanish con Salsa podcast. We are going to be talking all about the power of community today and how if you're not already a part of a language learning community, it can really stunt your progress when it comes to moving forward to fluency in Spanish. Now, before I delve into just how being part of a language learning community can really help you make progress to Spanish fluency much faster than if you're doing it on your own, you loners out there, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't hear the last 2 episodes of the podcast, we talked about language learning types. So go back a few episodes and check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about for the loners. But in any case, before I jump into that, I wanted to invite you to a special opportunity that's going to be available for this week only. So if you're listening to this podcast after August 14th, lo siento. But if it is before August 14th and you're listening to this as this episode comes out, this week only, I'm offering a special opportunity just for the listeners of the Learn Spanish con Salsa podcast. I'm offering a free language coaching session, and I'll be doing several sessions throughout the week. So if you're interested in getting insight on what you can do to make progress with your Spanish over the next 90 days and reach conversational fluency if you're not already there yet, or if you just need to improve your proficiency and fluency in the language, make sure you save your spot. There are limited spots available. We are offering this completely free. And I don't do this often. Usually, you would have to be one of my clients or part of one of our communities or sign up for a course to be able to get this opportunity. But we are offering it for free this week only. So if you want to sign up for our free language coaching session, just go to SpanishConSalsa.com SpanishConSalsa.com/coaching. That's SpanishConSalsa.com/coaching to save your spot today. Again, we're only doing this for this week and just for our listeners of the podcast. So I hope to see you in a session this week so I can help you really figure out what it is that's keeping you from making the progress you want. Or if you're already making progress, how do you get to that next level and get there quicker? So we'll be delving into all of that this week in our live session. So make sure you sign up before all of the spots are gone. Now let's dive in to 5 main ways that being part of a language learning community can really help you accelerate your progress towards Spanish fluency. Now, the first way that being a part of a language learning community can really help you out is one, it provides connection. So, as I know you know, we have been dealing with a very unprecedented time in our world. And we have just noticed a lot more how much connection is important and how much we miss connection sometimes, even in those day-to-day activities that we may have taken for granted, like going to the store or going to the post office, if anyone still mails things. But there are things that we do in daily life that we just get connection with people. And I think we've started to really notice how much we suffer when we don't have some of those interactions throughout the day, just from what we've been missing throughout this COVID pandemic. And as people go in and out of lockdown over and over again, we really do start to feel some of that lack of connection. But for language learning in particular, it can be helpful to have a connection with people who all have a common purpose. So coming together around a goal of speaking Spanish, improving your Spanish, reaching fluency, that can be a really powerful connection to make. And it's also a way that you can meet new people. So I've probably said this before on the podcast, but let's say you're learning Spanish and you really don't have any friends yet that are also learning Spanish. So, and I don't mean other native Spanish speakers or people who already speak Spanish, who have already learned Spanish. I'm talking about someone who is in the trenches with you. They are also trying to learn. They have a goal that they want to reach. These are the people that you can connect with. And trust me, it's much better to have people that can relate to what you're going through currently versus someone who's already achieved a goal that you're trying to achieve. It's just a much different connection when you're sort of in the thick of it with another person or group of people. And just a sort of aside to this, I usually find that in my life, that communities I've been a part of, usually if the people are really committed to the goal, then I find out that the communities are just much better. They have much better quality. Usually paid communities are better than free communities, because in a free community, you could really just decide whether or not you want to show up, right? But when there's a community